Hello, Master. I've returned to deliver a report on Star Wars: The Force Unleashed 2 as you requested. I'm sorry to say that things haven't gone according to plan. Now, don't be too taken aback, Master. I still think you'll have some fun, but most everything about the first Force Unleashed game has taken a turn for the worse. I know you must be wondering what went wrong. With your permission, allow me to offer you my appraisal.
No! We won't get another chance to take this target. Keep pressing the attack!
Master, the story has taken a step backward, but I still think it meets your standards of quality. The star is the same as before. Starkiller is his name. However, a disturbance in the Force tells me that he may not be all that he seems to be. However, he speaks endearingly and his face is expressive, so I believe you will care about his fate. I believe, too, that the opening will please you, as will a strong sequence near the end that combines narrative with gameplay. However, the middle portion will disappoint you, Master. There's too much talk of battle, and it's unfortunate that Starkiller's tale is swept aside like this. And the art design is much like the story. It is still lovely, and places like the watery planet of Camino have great impact. The textures are handsome and the colors are rich, but there's much less variety than in the original. There are only 3 main settings here, and the hangars and hallways in the middle portion might have you longing to again travel to Raxus Prime or to the Jedi Temple. But again, Master, even if the art isn't as great as it used to be, I think you will be accepting. The combat basics have remained much the same. You still slice up stormtroopers and walkers with your dual lightsabers. You even decapitate them and cut off their limbs. And of course you can perform force powers, Master, such as Force Lightning and Force Push. You can even confuse your foes with Mind Trick.
It is time to go.
The action is often fun, especially when you grab objects and enemies and throw them around. But combat hasn't improved, I'm sorry to say. Rather, it has taken a step back. You do battle with the same troopers, guards, and walkers over and over again. There aren't any Jawas or junk creatures to mix things up, so combat is very predictable. And the difficulty is inconsistent, Master. The new grapple move acts like a win button. It looks cool at first, but you will grow bored of the same couple of animations. And you will also grow bored with how a single move makes the game a cakewalk. You can avoid the move, but then you might be frustrated. Robots with flamethrowers, walkers firing missiles, and troopers that briefly stun you might be combined in the same wave of enemies. The old-fashioned approach becomes unappealing then. Sometimes that's because the force grip targeting is slightly improved, but still imprecise. The boss fights are fewer and have suffered also from a drop in quality, Master. The first major boss is big and scary, but it drags on, though I admit, it ends with such cinematic gusto that I think you'll be impressed. The final battle, however, is really easy on top of being really long. And the bland platforming sequence leading up to it brings all the momentum to a halt. But Master, you will be excited to know that some set-piece moments are thrilling to behold, such as when Starkiller plummets towards the ground and must avoid debris or push it out of the way. You also get treated to fun-looking QuickTime events, but they aren't as varied or as dramatic as in the first game. I must now take my leave. I've left my complete written report should you need more detail. Please don't misunderstand me, Master. If you are okay with more of the same, you will probably get a kick out of The Force Unleashed too, but I implore you, keep your expectations tempered. Don't give up on this series. There's a lot of potential here, and I think you may still appreciate the story and the visual design. But there's no variety, and it bears mentioning that the game is shorter than the first, so it feels incomplete. Master, prepare for some mild enjoyment, but with so many important tasks ahead of you, I think your time for now is better spent with students that have shown more progress.